Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse is a state-of-the-art facility that has become the home of sports in our region. Also the home of Parkview Sports Medicine with our new Ortho Express Clinic, AWP Sports, plus all kinds of club activity from basketball, volleyball, futsal, pickleball, and more. The Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Check it out today.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
At Parkview Sports Medicine, it's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery, athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance coordinate your care all along the way. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
It's the comets. Comets falling from the sky. 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 Comets falling from the sky.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Thank you for supporting Summit City Sports. For the last several years, we've provided the Fort Wayne community and beyond with coverage of a variety of sports, thanks to our title sponsorship from Parkview Sports Medicine. Since we began in 2015, our annual budget has covered the cost of videographers and commentators to over 300 plus games each year. New equipment and maintenance of that equipment, along with increased broadcast rights fees from the IHSAA. This season, we're reaching out to friends, families, and local businesses for additional sponsorships and donations. You can help us grow and get coverage to your favorite team or sport. A Summit City Sports sponsorship or donation will help make that happen. We have the goal of bringing fans live stream games of every SAC game we cover. With the additional funds, we'd invest in mobile internet devices, allowing us to bring our supporters every SAC conference football and boys and girls basketball games live, as well as more coverage for sports like cross country, tennis, golf, swimming, wrestling, track and field, baseball, and softball. For more information on sponsorships or how to donate, visit SummitCitySports.com.
Parkview Sports Medicine continues to lead the way in Northeast Ortho Express Clinic, offering direct access to physicians and Saturday morning clinics that are convenient for you. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ants in action. Get mad about blue.
Welcome to the University of St. Francis, located in the heart of Fort Wayne, Indiana, where the Cougar basketball programs have won 2 national championships and finished runner-up twice since 2010. And the Cougar football program is fresh off a 2016 national championship. USF is a 3-time gold-level Champions of Character institution, one of only 12 NAIA schools to earn that distinction. The University of St. Francis provides you the opportunity to get a great education while competing for championships.
If you're an athlete or the parent of one, you want to check out Parkview Sports Medicine. We serve every level of athlete with our sports nutritionist, our expert physicians at O&E, and the area's only specialized athletic rehab. To learn more, go to parkviewsportsmedicine.com and click on the Services tab.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores!
Playing third base is number 11, Braden Kleindens. Batting third and playing shortstop is number 12, Gavin Schreiber. Batting fourth and playing right field is number 2, Gavin Shanley. Batting fifth and doing the catching is number 22, Jackson Foote. Batting sixth in place of the left fielder, number 8, Hayden H. is the designated hitter, number 3, Danny Stevens. Batting seventh and playing first base is number 4, Brian Bunner. Batting eighth and doing the pitching is number 7, Marcus Bell. And batting ninth and playing second base is number 32, Manuel Lopez. The Bruins are coached by Matt Brumbaugh with his assistants Gary Gatchell, Dustin Moore, Jeremy Downs, Kyle McDowell, Dan O'Reilly, and Scott Hay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you will now please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome into Carroll High School for Sectional Championship Monday on this Memorial Day here at Carroll High School. The host, the Carroll Chargers, are actually the visitors on the scoreboard. They'll be taking on the Northrop Bruins home team on the scoreboard. Northrop dressed in their orange and Carroll in their away grays. These two teams have been battling all weekend here. Northrop had 2 games this weekend. Carroll with the draw only played the one. They defeated Snyder 9-2. As for Northrop, on Wednesday night they beat East Noble 2-0 behind senior Marcus Bell, who's pitching tonight, as he had a 4-hit, 10-strikeout shutout and only needed 107 pitches. Also, he never allowed a runner to reach past second base, so a pretty good night for him. And he's back out on the mound today to see if he can bring home a championship for the Bruins. As for the Chargers, leading things off in the order will be Langston Ginder, the senior, headed down to Ball State this fall to play for the Cardinals collegiately. Behind him, it's Mississippi State-bound catcher Hayden Jones, 10 home runs in the season, has the ability to drive the ball over the fence any at bat. And rounding things out, in the 3 spot is Riley Perlick, the senior. He's also heading to Wright State for baseball, so 1 through 3 for the Chargers, all heading to college destinations to play baseball. As I mentioned, today's broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on Twitter at 260sports, like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tonight we'll also have the Huntington Sectional Championship live. That'll be at 6 p.m. That's taking on between the Southside Archers and the Homestead Spartans. Southside, the story of the weekend, as they upset number 3 ranked Huntington North just a day ago to reach the championship game to face the Spartans. Alongside with me today, I have the local legend, Larry Windmiller, 22 years coaching Dwenger, a couple of years scattered between IPFW and Indiana Tech. We're glad to have you back for today as we had some fun Friday night, and we're back here for Championship Monday.
I'm glad to be here. This should be a good ball game. It's two good baseball teams, and only one of them can go on, so it should be close and should be, I would think, a low-scoring game, although this heat may make a difference. It's supposed to be in the 90s today, and it's baseball fields temperature on baseball fields are a lot higher, especially on the infield, are a lot higher than any place else.
Yep, not a lot of wind today. The heat's going to play a factor. We'll see here just how early it does play a factor as Langston Gander steps into the box. He's batting .326 on the season. Bell delivers first pitch strike. Getting things rolling, as I mentioned. Bell had a great game against East Noble, worked very efficiently. 4 days off, he's allowed to pitch here Monday. Chargers didn't have that advantage. They had to throw their number one against Snyder Friday night. Perlick, who got the win, went over 120, or went just at 120 pitches, so he's done for the remainder of the sectional play.
Yender had a double and a triple in the ball game against DeKalb, or against Snyder.
That one's in for a strike, evens the count up at 2-2. If I remember right, that Snyder game, it was a good day for leadoff hitters. I think the first batter of the game hit it over the fence.
And one hit a home run, one hit a triple and scored.
Kinder hits on the ground right back to the pitcher, Bell. He gets it over to Bunner to retire the first out of the game. Nice play by Bell just to slice it out of the air. Off the ground, coming right back at him. A little bit of a defense move there. And gets the first out of the ball game. So now here's Hayden Jones. I mentioned earlier batting a monstrous .518 in the season, 10 home runs, leads the team in RBIs at 31. We'll see what the Bruins attack him with today. First pitch, swing and strike. It's a good start. If you're Marcus Bell, get ahead on him. We watched Jones hit one just over the right field foul pole.
After he hit that one, they walked him that time and the next time too. Yep. So they didn't want to give him anything to hit after that.
Not a lot of fastballs for Jones to hit. I think we might have counted one or two in that bat, if that. Bell delivers it low. Behind the plate for the Bruins is Jackson Foote. He did the catching duties against DeKalb the other night. Pretty good job behind the plate. It's going to be tough. A little bit of added pressure for him, especially with the heat today, all in the gear. Larry, I'm sure you caught on some warm days.
Yes. Usually kept a wet towel or something in the dugout to put on your neck when you between innings. I don't know if they have that today or not.
Swinging down, low and away. Full count now to Jones. Yeah, I believe it's one of the things I see around the dugout, especially with my younger brothers at travel leagues, is the frog togs. They stay wet.
Yes. I didn't have those back then. That's why we used towels, but you're right. Those are good to use.
Jones, some weak contact, rolls back into the Charger dugout. See how they want to attack Jones here. Not a big pressure situation, nobody on, but certainly wouldn't want to give up a big hit here to start things off for the Chargers. Jones skies it straight up. And it drops right in front of Gavin Schreiber, and Jones is to second on the run through. It's a tough play, especially with that sun today. It's noon skies. It's just 12:01, just after noon. Sun's straight up in the air. Not really too many clouds that I can see from our view in the press box, but definitely something to watch for the rest of the day.
Any pop-ups that high, to catchers, to pitchers, to whatever, they will always go towards center field when they come down. That's the spin it has on them from coming off the bat on that. So they all, and that's why a lot of them are missed when they're at high. When they come down, they start spinning towards center field, as that one did too. It spun. It was in foul territory, but it spun and landed in fair territory.
So now Perlick steps in with an RBI chance here. First pitch strike for Bell. Perlick 301 in the season. Second in RBIs to Jones, just behind him with 1, so 30 on the season for Riley. He swings right through that 0-2. Perlick got the win Friday night, but he definitely labored and had some moments. He'd go 0-2 on a lot of hitters and push the count to full and maybe even lose him on a walk or two. So got the job done, but not the most efficient, as Bell popped one in there, looked pretty close, but just out. Perlick fouls it off. Bell's looked pretty controlled through the first 3 batters. That last out probably not entirely on him, not on him at all. Now he's up ahead on Perlick, 1-2. Perlick just gets contact, fouls it off.
Barely touched that one. I'm sure one team put that down as a hit, and one team probably put that last one down as an error.
Probably pretty easy to guess which 2 teams did what, as they throw it up in air and on the scoreboard, so they don't rule it a hit. But Jones is on second and could easily score. He's got good speed. Let something hit to the outfield. Perlick gets a good shot over that, just over the shortstop, and that lands in left field. And as I mentioned, here comes Jones. He'll get in easy. And they'll cut the throw off to keep Perlick at first. So off of the error and a Perlick RBI single, the Chargers have an early lead here, 1-0.
Big advantage get running that first inning.
A lot of pressure taken off, and it maybe helps your pitcher who hasn't even had to go out on the mound yet, knowing he's got a little insurance and his guys are behind him at the plate. Now Nathan Fish steps in, the center fielder. And Bell comes right back with a strike.
Come on, Fish.
Bell pops it in there. Perlick probably not a big threat to steal over at first base. That 6'4", 220 frame.
Pitcher goes to home real quick too. He'd be difficult to steal on. He doesn't bring his leg up at all. He slide steps to home plate.
Fish was getting ready to square it bunt, it looked like there. Maybe try to move Perlick up to second. There's a check on Perlick, back in. Saw a good case of that with the DeKalb pitcher Stahl the other night. Had a really good delivery.
Yes.
There's it in for a strike. Now count runs 2-2. Another check on Perlick at first. That one's up. Still keeping an eye on Perlick over there. Full count now. These 2 teams did meet once in the regular season. Carroll lost that one 10-4. It was a game of errors for the Chargers, 4 total. As Fish thought about delivering. They'll get a check at first base, say he's safe, and he trots down with the full count walk. It moves Perlick up to second.
Come on, Jake.
And now another scoring opportunity for the pitcher, Jake Shirk.
Now batting is the pitcher, number 14, Jake Shirk.
Shirk sets in at .316 on the season. Has a chance to give himself some help on the mound. Another first pitch strike for Bell. Really coming nice, those first pitches. Hitting his spot and getting the strike to get ahead so far is Marcus Bell.
He had a couple hits and a couple RBIs in the last game.
Weak contact right back to Bell. Trying to get the double play, or start at least the double play, get the guy at second. Instead, can't quite get it.
That would be the error on the second baseman, I think. That was not a bad throw.
Manuel Lopez at second base today for the Bruins as head coach Matt Brumbaugh walks out to the mound to bring his infield in. We talked about Brumbaugh has a very outgoing attitude on the field as a coach.
Very competitive.
Very competitive. He's not afraid to let one of his players know when they made a mistake.
Well, you got to feel sorry for. He's talking to the infielders. He's not talking to the pitcher.
Yep.
He should be in the dugout right now with that pop up to short and a throw to second base.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, the change on Carolina.
Should be in the dugout with no runs, I think.
Now batting for Carroll is the designated hitter, number 3, Micah Fretz.
Now the DH Fretz is in. First pitch strike for Bell. Fretz homered last time we were here Friday night against the Panthers in the DH spot. So he can provide some pop. As that one's out. He evens it up 1-1.
Difficult place for the pitcher to be. You got to throw strikes, but you don't want to throw too good a strike with the bases loaded.
Fretz swung right through that one. Pushes it to 1-2. You're exactly right, and you have to feel bad for Bell on the mound.
Yeah, he didn't get himself in this. The walk was his, but the other two weren't of his making.
That one's up a little bit.
That was just a little bit higher than the one he just swung at, so it may have been put up there on purpose.
Be a big spot for a strikeout. Bell can get it, but now the count at full.
Count it full, but only one down, so.
Definitely do not want to walk home a run here, but you don't want to put it in a spot where Fretz can drive it. And he got the pitch he wanted and swung right through it. So Bell gets a much-needed strikeout, keeps the runners where they're at on the bases, and adds an out. Now 2 down here in the inning. And it's Bryce Ginder stepping in.
Come on, Bryce. Be big for Northrop if they can get through this with only 1 run.
First pitch strike, big confidence booster. Settling down a little bit, definitely. There's already 2 errors on the board. For the Bruins, there's another nice pitch in there for Bell. 0-2 now, way ahead. He can work with a couple of things here. That one's up and out. Chargers running on contact on the bases, so.
Another thing those errors are going to do, they're making his pitch count in this first inning pretty high, and on a very warm day.
Tough play for the first baseman. Now he's got to get over. Bell gets onto the base and retires Ginder. So nice inning for Bell, but the 1 run shows through 2 errors and the RBI single by Perlick, and that's where we stand here at the break. Chargers lead 1-0 over the Bruins here after the first half inning in this championship sectional.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
We welcome you back in here to Carroll High School. As we'd like to remind you, Summit City Sports is not possible without some of our lead sponsorships, and that is Parkview Sports Medicine. It's game on. Our elite team of experts in orthopedic surgery and athletic rehabilitation, nutrition, and sports performance training offers athletes coordinated care and instant access to the new Parkview Ortho Express Clinic inside the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse. Also, Parkview Sports Medicine is a new go-to for local sports with scores and highlights for all area schools. PSM wants to celebrate the accomplishments of the athlete on and off the field. Check it out at parkviewsportsmedicine.com. To make Parkview Sports Medicine part of your team, give us a call at 266-4007 or log on to parkviewsportsmedicine.com. So we're in the bottom half of the first inning, and the Bruins will get their first attempt to make up that run. The Chargers are hoping for a relatively clean inning in the infield after what they just saw. And on the mound for the Chargers, I noted earlier, Jake Shirk, 5'9" sophomore. Can really bring it as he starts it off with a strike. Leading things off for the Bruins this afternoon is Jack Hayden. He's out in center field today. That one's low, 1-1.
Northrop's been in 2 close games already. They won 2-0 and 3-2.
Shirk delivers. Nice pop into the mitt. Ahead 1-2. We were here for one of Shirk's last starts here on Summit City Sports. The Chargers took on the Homestead Spartans, and that one Shirk had a pretty good outing. I believe he had 8 or 9 strikeouts, but didn't get the win. As Hayden drives that to right field, that's down. Hayden, leadoff hitter, has some speed, should get into second easy, and he is. So a nice start for the Bruins. Leadoff double for Jack Hayden. Now runner in scoring position for Braden Kleinens. Kleinens camped at third base today. Had a nice day on the mound. He went the full game Friday night to get them into this championship.
Kleinstedt didn't make an out the other day. He either had 3 hits or 2 hits and 1 error, depending on your decision on the error, but I think they did give an error on that, but it was a well-hit ball.
So good day on the mound, good day at the plate. Hopes to keep the same up here. The runner in scoring position. Fouls that one back. Now Shirk ahead 0-2. So the good fortune for leadoff hitters through this tournament continues. As Hayden already with a double. Now Shirk delivers.
Fastball just.
Chargers not paying too much attention to Hayden on second. As Kleinens hits it right to first base. Perlick will call Shirk off and get the first out, but that brings Hayden to third, so 90 feet closer to scoring. Puts a little bit more pressure on Shirk and a little bit of pressure behind the plate on Hayden Jones, bearing any passed ball or wild pitch. But Jones is about as good as they get behind the plate in the state of Indiana here.
Infielders are staying deep. They'll give up 1 run. They don't want to come in and let another hit, give the bigger chance of the hit getting through. So they'll allow 1 run, try to stop a big inning.
Schreiber up to the plate, has a chance to make up for the error. The pop-up that he lost in the sky. He's got a chance to even things up with Hayden on third. Shirk delivers low, good stop by Jones. Count sits at 2-1. So both teams with a hit here through the first inning, but the 2 errors the difference. As they'll look down to first, Schreiber held up. So now count 3-1. He'll look for something to hit here. That one's low, and he'll take a 5-pitch walk. So now runners at the corners with just the 1 out. Sets a couple things up for the Bruins.
Now batting is the right fielder, number 2, Gavin Shanley.
Now Gavin Shanley steps in.
Got an RBI, sacrifice fly to right last game. they'd probably be happy with that right now. Fly ball to right.
Shanley's older brother, Garrett, currently at University of Cincinnati, playing baseball. There's a nice pitch for Shirk. Leads it to a strike. Now in at 1-1. So far, pitcher's gonna have to battle on the mound. Bell had to work around some errors, and now Shirk, a leadoff double and a walk. Shanley swung right through that one. Strike 2.
Choke and poke now, kid. Come on. Battle.
Shirk could use the strikeout right here. Runner goes to second. Hit and run. Executed perfectly for the Bruins, but only going to lead to the 1-run scoring. So Hayden will score easy from third. And Schreiber stands on second. Nice little hit and run there. Coach Brumbaugh.
We have the Hayden scoring so far. One Hayden last name, one Hayden first name are the two people that have scored so far.
It's a good day to have Hayden in the name. Shirk comes back with a strike. Runners at first and second. The Bruins may not be done in this inning. Nice pitch for Shirk. Still trying to find that sweet spot in the strike zone.
There's a good pitch. He got one down. He's been throwing up most of the time this inning so far.
It's Jackson Foote, the catcher, in for the Bruins. Couldn't hold up the swing and came around on that one. And he swings right through that one for a strikeout. So Shirk gets his first strikeout of the day. Now Jones will come out and talk to him.
Come on, Danny, stay high.
See what they're set to do. And Danny Stevens, the DH, will step in. He's DHing for Hayden Hedge.
Now batting is the designated hitter, number 3, Danny Stevens.
Shirk pops it in for a strike. Shirk's been ahead in most of the counts today, minus that walk to Schreiber.
Yeah.
But Shanley got good contact on it. Was able to get in the first Bruin run. Now some contact foul. The Carroll dugout. And Shirk's ahead 0-2. Shirk delivers outside to Steven. Now he sets Steven. Tough play for the third baseman, Ginder. Can't quite get it on the ground, but Perlich able to knock it down. And now they've got the runners hung up at second and third. Chargers got to be careful here to get the out because that's Schreiber at home. Now Jones has it. Now he fakes the throw back to Ginder. Nicely executed Little pickle play for the Chargers there. You don't see that happen too often. It was Schreiber and Shanley that got hung up at second and third. Not quite sure what Shanley saw there, but a chance.
Shanley assumed Schreiber was going to go on home on that play.
Yep, with 2 outs.
Once he saw the throw, I thought he was going home too after he threw it into the ground, but bounced up and hit the runner or the first baseman over there and died right there at the base, so got a break there on a bad throw.
After a nicely executed pickle play for the Chargers, the Bruins pick up 2 hits and a run, but things stay even at 1-1. We'll be right back here on SummitCitySports.com.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back in here for the second frame. Balin Height alongside Larry Windmiller. As things are evened up after 1-1. And it'll be Lincoln Lance stepping in the 8-hole for the Chargers. So they'll have Lance, Kressel, and then Ginder.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Carroll.
Maybe the jitters are gone. So far we've had 3 errors in the first 3 errors, maybe 4 errors in the first inning. So hopefully everybody calms down now and focuses on getting the job done.
Last time these two teams met, 5 errors combined. So things are picking right up where they left off last time, it seems like. As Lance gets it on the ground, going to be a tough play deep for the shortstop Schreiber. He'll hang on to it, not throw it. So it's an infield single for Lincoln Lance to lead things off for the Chargers. And now they'll have Austin Kressel, the senior, stepping in, batting .273 on the season. Kressel headed to Manchester to play college ball next year.
Now batting is the left fielder, number 4, Austin Kressel.
Potentially could see Kressel in a relief role later today on the mound. One of the 2 pitchers that Carroll have available behind Shirk. And he goes a bunt, nice bunt down the line. It's going to stay fair.
Foul ball.
They'll call it foul.
Didn't get out of the dirt, but it got across the line.
Thought it might catch that grass and hang on, but pretty good bunt, just couldn't quite stay fair. And Kressel will have to come back to the plate again.
Now if they get along that grass, they'll fall. If it falls off the grass, it'll be foul because that grass is a little higher than the dirt.
Kressel squares again, and this time a little bit more contact, but able to get the runner to second. So the sacrifice is successful, and Lance stands on second with a scoring chance for the leadoff hitter, Langston Ginder.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 2, Langston Ginder.
Some more small ball here for the Chargers. First pitch is down in the dirt. Good block by Foote behind the plate. Keeps Lance at second.
He was in perfect position on that block. He's on his knees. He put his hands down on the ground with the glove on it for the block.
That one's low again. 2-0.
Come on, Langston.
Low again. Home plate umpire looks like he caught himself there. Thought about calling a strike. Instead, it's a ball, 3-0. That one's in there for a strike. Looked a pretty similar spot to the last one, but 3-1 now to Ginder. foul that one off. Runs it to full. So Bell's battled back here now. Can go after Ginder now. That one's in there. Looked pretty good, but just outside. Ginder trots down to first. Now the Chargers have him at first and second with one out. And Mississippi State-bound Hayden Jones steps up to the plate. And Jones also is attracting some draft attention as he's anywhere in the first to fifth round right now on the projection boards. He's drawing interest from teams such as the Astros, Braves, and the Cubs. Seen the Indians even scattered in there. We'll see what he decides to do come later this summer. But for now, he's got an RBI opportunity for the Chargers. And first pitch he sees, sent it to second base. Could be a double play for the Bruins. And it is.
It is a double play, and they get out of the inning.
Nicely executed double play. Gets the Bruins out of the inning and eliminates the Chargers' threat of putting some runs up on the board, as we'll head to the bottom of the second inning here on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go, the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
McClung with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back here on SummitCitySports.com on this Memorial Day Monday as we look around to the crowd. See a lot of sun umbrellas out. Game time temperature 90 degrees. The real feel just over 100 at 101. We talked about it might play a role in this one so far. Haven't seen too much of an effect, but I'm sure as the players fatigue and the sun starts to get a little bit more in their heads, we could see some impact. Not a lot of wind today, not really at all, as the flagpole out in center stands it as still. And the 7-hitter Brian Bunner steps in for the Bruins. And he swings through the first pitch he sees from Jake Shirk.
Bunner had 2 flyouts and a walk in the last game, so he's been putting the ball in play.
And he gets contact there, but just shoots it foul. Coach Brumbaugh gets a hold of that one, flips it to the third baseman, back to the pitcher. Shirk delivers low, and it skips past catcher Jones. Ball 1. This game a rematch of the 2016 sectional championship that was also held here at Carroll. As Bunner pops that one up, center fielder Nate Fish calls it off and gets it. And the Chargers have their first out of the inning. Bruins won that game just a few years ago here. Hoping to do the same thing here as the pitcher Marcus Bell steps in. Swings the first pitch he sees. Kind of a weak ball, took an awkward bounce, but Perlick able to field it and step on the bag. for a 1-pitch, 1-out.
Kind of looks maybe both pitchers have settled down a little bit. The innings are going a little quicker.
Yep. Chargers had a threat last inning, but double play broke that one up. And now already 2 quick outs here for the 9 spot, Manuel Lopez. First pitch strike for Shirk. Lopez started that double play to end the inning for the Chargers. Gets contact there, back to Perlick. Perlick's been busy so far. Calls off the pitcher, Shirk, and gets the 3rd out of the inning. So a relatively quick inning, 1-2-3 for the Chargers. They're back in the dugout. Going to be hitting here when we return to Carroll High School on SummitCitySports.com.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
We welcome you back here on SummitCitySports.com as you get a look at the bleachers over there. And the umbrella is being used for shade, as not too many clouds in the sky. The sun bearing down here, but still a pretty good turnout for the sectional championship out at Carroll High School. One of the nicest facilities in the area for baseball all around. Now a little bit of a breeze out in center field as we get set to kick things off in the top half of the 3rd. For the Chargers, it'll be Perlick, Fish, and Shirk.
Shirk got a lot of help last inning on pitch count.
Yep.
And pitch count, I think, will be big today because it's hot out there, so they're going to get tired.
Yep. Quicker the infield's in the dugout and getting cooled off, probably the better for the bats.
Is the first baseman, number 21, Riley Perlick.
Perlick will lead things off. He had the RBI single last time up to get the first run for the Chargers, their only run. Perlick's made some good contact this weekend. Batting .301. That one's shot foul towards the first baseman, Bunner. Perlick swings through that and is set down by Bell. Nice looking pitch.
High fastball looked good to him. Only it was a little too high, I think.
Nonetheless, Perlick couldn't catch up to it. And he heads back to the dugout now. It's the center fielder, Nathan Fish. Fish is batting .293. And that one's low for a ball.
I think he walked on 5 pitches last time up there.
That one's in for a strike. Fish homered in the game against Huntington North here on Summit City Sports last time we were out at Carroll before this tournament. Swings through that one, now behind 1-2. Definitely pitchers have started to settle down here. We talked about it with Shirk. And now Bell looking pretty good on the mound. As Fish just gets a piece of that and fouls it back.
It was the same pitch he just missed, that he stayed in a little better that time.
See if Bell sends it back his way. That one's out. 2-2. Fish sends that one back. Fish gets a piece of it, but catcher foot able to hang on and record the out. So strikeout for Bell. Back-to-back Ks for him. And Jake Shirk, the pitcher for the Chargers, steps up. Try to continue the inning here. That one low, ball one. Bell with a chance at a 1-2-3 inning here. That one's low 2-1 or 2-0. 2-0.
Come on, Shirky.
That one low now 3-0.
All right, best pitch here.
So after two nice at bats, Bell behind 3-0. And that one's out, so 4-pitch walk to Jake Shirk, and now the Chargers have a runner on with the DH Micah Fretz stepping into the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, the change in the Carolina courtesy runner is number 12, Connor Starkey.
Connor Starkey will step on to first to run for Shirk.
And now batting is the designated hitter, number 3, Micah Fretz.
Come on, Micah.
Check on Starkey over at first, back in time. That one's low. Starkey's running. Foot picks it up, throws it down to second, but Starkey in standing up.
Wild pitch. Good block by the catcher.
Take care of the batter. You're all right.
So a wild pitch will send Starkey to second. Now the Chargers have an RBI opportunity with 2 outs in the inning. Fretz steps into that one, drills it to the gap. That one's deep. Could be gone off the wall. Running on 2 outs, Starkey scores easy, and Fretz is in second with a stand-up RBI double. And the Chargers regain the lead. We've seen Fretz make some great contact this weekend. That one no different.
Still got 2 outs.
Now batting is the third baseman, number 7, Bryce Ginder.
And Ginder steps up as Fretz and Starkey switched places. And Ginder now has an RBI opportunity. That went in for a first pitch strike. Also a big spot for the Chargers because with 2 outs, they're getting closer and closer back to the top of the lineup. Ginder hits it on the ground. Second baseman Lopez gets it to first baseman Bunner. And after just allowing the 1 run, Chargers retake the lead 2-1. We'll be right back here where the Bruins will be up to bat on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home. Or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
Plum with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back here for the bottom half of the 3rd inning at Carroll High School. As what looked like could have been a clean inning for the Bruins, turned into a Micah Fretz RBI double and gave the Chargers the lead 2-1. As we'll take a look at the pitch counts through 3 for Marcus Bell. He's at 65, and Jake Shirk still an inning to catch up to Bell, but sitting at 33 through 2. Top of the order, Jack Hayden for the Bruins. He had a double and scored his last time up.
He's the leadoff hitter, so Northrop's back at the top of the order again.
1 low, 2-0. Shirk delivers. First strike at the at-bat, 2-1. The Chargers scored in the first inning. The Bruins had an answer, just the 1 run. We'll see what they set out to do this inning. That one's in there, evens it up 2-2. Hayden looked a little upset with himself on that one.
Yeah, he started off the offense for the Bruins with a double in the first inning, and he's the one that scored.
So that one's low, runs the count to full. Hayden to first to Perlick. Records the out. And 1 down here in the bottom half of the third. Mentioned earlier, Perlick's been very busy at first already.
Last 3 batters have hit it to him. I think he's had 4 ground balls hit to him.
Braden Kleinens steps in for a strike.
Part of that's Shirk. He's working the outside part of the plate, so they're probably going to go the other way most of the time.
Which would explain why we've seen the action over at first base for Perlick so far. That one's fouled that way. 0-2 now. Shirk ahead quickly. Shirk pops it in. 2-1. That one low makes it 2-2. Kleinen's able to lay off.
Good 2-strike pitch for the pitcher. Curveball in the dirt. He can't hurt you with it.
Kleinens fouls that pitch off. Another foul. So, long at bat here for Kleinens. Stretching that pitch count out for Shirk. Another foul.
Another foul.
Same exact spot as that last one.
Need a bye, go over there and stand with the glove till this guy's done.
Talked about it the other night when it got dark. I'm sure a couple of those balls were not retrieved. Just got a piece of it was Kleinens. Stay alive.
I'm not sure that would have even been called a strike if he wouldn't have hit it. That was low, and he didn't. I'm not sure his bat got across the plate there.
See what Shirk comes back with here. That one's up.
Full count.
Pushes to full. It's a big at bat here. Kleinens. Another foul.
Sorry, I haven't been keeping track of how many swings he's had here.
Something's got to give here.
And he earned that walk.
And he earned the walk. Kleinen's really battled there. Big boost for him. Finds himself on first base with one out.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 12, Gavin Schreiber.
And Gavin Schreiber stepping up.
Come on, Schreiber. Barrel the ball. Let's go.
Schreiber gets good contact, sends it out to right field. Just on it is Lance. Able to cut it off and get it in. So now first and second for the Bruins. With Gavin Shanley, the right fielder.
Good play by Lance out there
Off
to
the bat.
keep him at second base. He caught the ball on one hop and spun and threw it back into second base.
It's like he was just able to cut it off there in right field and whip it in, so potential scoring opportunity for the Bruins. Shirk gets a first pitch strike. Shirk would take a ball on the ground somewhere in the infield here, set up a double play.
Shanley got a hit the last time up. Now he's up with 2 men on. He was
Shanley singled home the only run.
Yep, he got the RBI in the first inning.
Scored Hayden. Shirk deals, and Shanley swings right through it. Pickoff attempt at first base, and they got
Picked him off.
The Chargers execute a strike him out, throw him out down to first base to get themselves out of the inning. That is the capability and the power of Hayden Jones. We mentioned earlier, probably one of the best defensive catchers in the state of Indiana, and that's why so many teams in the major leagues are after him. And that gets the Chargers out of the inning with the lead 2-1 as we'll head to the top half of the fourth inning here on SummitCitySports.com.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back here on SummitCitySports.com. Balin Height alongside Larry Windmiller. As what looked like a potential threat for the Bruins gets out of the inning for the Chargers, as it was a strike him out, throw him out. Great throw and stopped by Hayden Jones down to the first baseman Perlick to nab Schreiber and get the double play.
And that's going to save the pitcher a lot of strikes, a lot of throws too that inning.
Especially after that Schreiber at bat. Probably a 12-plus pitch at bat.
Yeah, well, from one pitch, they went from 2 men on base and 1 out to no men on base and 3 outs.
And back up to bat. It's the eighth spot for the Chargers. Lincoln Lance.
Chargers is the right fielder, number 11, Lincoln Lance.
I believe Lance reached last time up. And first pitch strike for Bell. This game's starting to move along pretty quickly. And there's an 0-2 strike. Puts Bell up in the count. Now Lance will have to battle here. As he does, sends it right into right field for Shanley. And the first out of the inning for the Bruins.
I don't think the right fielder even took a step, just right to him.
Now batting is the left fielder, number 4, Austin Kressel.
So Kressel, then Ginder, as the lineup will roll over for the Chargers. Cressel sacrificed bunt the last time up. Advanced to Lance, who was on to second base, and he hits a first pitch on the ground. Shortstop Schreiber, who's had trouble all day. And that'll lead to a base runner for the Chargers in Cressel. And now the top of the order rolls around as you've got Ginder and Jones.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 2, Langston Ginder.
That was a hard hit ball, but I'm sure Schreiber usually catches that and throws it over to first base.
And first pitch, Ginder sees. He sends it to the second baseman, Lopez, trying to set up the double play again, but
Good
speedy
choice.
Ginder. Schreiber decides to hang on to it, so gets the lead runner to the Bruins. That opens things up for the catcher, Hayden Jones, who hasn't hurt the Bruins yet today. Got him to ground into a double play last time up.
Good choice by Schreiber not to throw the ball. He wasn't going to get the guy at first base, and you see a lot of times in high school they'll throw it over there and throw it away.
Rather have the man on first than sitting on second or third.
Yep.
Especially with 2 outs, as they'll check on Ginder over at first. If you're the Chargers with Jones up, try to like to move Ginder into scoring position, but we talked about earlier, Bell has a good move. Could be tough to run on him today. So that one's in for a first pitch ball.
Right at the knees in front of the plate. Good shot.
Bell was at 65 pitches before the inning started. As they get it back to first, Ginder's in. Probably talk about it a little bit later, but 120 is the pitch cap here in sectional baseball. As that one's up and out 2-0. Jones, imagine with the scoring, with the runner on first, they're probably not going to give Jones too much to hit here. As that's how the Panthers played him Friday night. As he fouls that one off.
Way early on a changeup there. Went off the end of the bat. Mostly he's gotten changeups and curveballs. He hasn't got a lot of fastballs. Hey, you got one there.
Got one there.
I don't think that was in the strike zone, though. I think it was too high. But he saw a fastball. He was swinging.
Fouls it off 2-2. That one low. Jones holds off, brings the count to full.
Best pitch now.
Full count, 2 outs. Bell would like to get out of the inning.
And there the runner goes.
Ginder runs, and Jones just got a piece of it. Must have just barely got a piece of it.
Yeah, that's a good pitch, down low and away from him.
Keeps the inning alive.
Good pitcher's pitch.
Guess Ginder would be running again here, full count, 2 outs. Takes off. That's inside. It'll be a ball 4, full pitch, or full count walk for Jones. And that brings up Riley Perlick, who has an RBI single already in this one, but struck out his last time up.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 21, Riley Perlick.
Perlick skies that one. Looks like it'll be playable for the center fielder.
That's good because the right fielder never saw it.
That was Jack Hayden, leadoff hitter for the Bruins. Camped out under it, and that retires Perlick and gets the Bruins out of the inning. Still 2-1, Chargers lead here on SummitCitySports.com.
When he hit that ball, the right footer went.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home. Or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne hockey.
Plong with the dink.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back here to Carroll High School as the Carroll Chargers have the slim 2-1 advantage over the Northrop Bruins. In the bottom of the 4th inning, the Bruins will be taking their hacks as we turn down to the Northrop bullpen. That's Hayden H., number 8. He's in left field right now, but warming up his arm. As we mentioned, Bell's pitch count a little bit higher than Shirk's was. And after that last inning, probably jumped up just a little bit there, but Hetch just getting loose.
Both teams have kind of settled down after got a little bit of a soccer game thrown in with this baseball game in the first inning, but since then it's been pretty solid baseball by both teams.
Good pitch there from Shirk, gets Foot swinging. Foot struck out his last at bat. We've got 3 hits apiece for each team and 3 errors for the Bruins. It's the middle part of the order now for the Bruins. As Foot hasn't looked like he's had a good swing up there today. He struck out swinging last time up. A little lost as that one was in the dirt. Now 0-2. That one back in the dirt. Shirk wanted to check if he'd go after it again. Shirk throws it just in there, and the home plate umpire rings him up, out number 1, and a strikeout for Shirk. Now the DH, Danny Stevens, steps in.
Number 3, Danny Stevens.
Okay, Jake.
First pitch strike for Shirk. That one's fouled back. Now Shirk ahead again, 0-2. Shirk has come out and thrown strikes so far this inning. So he gets set the deal here, ahead 0-2. Hit on the ground, right back to him. Makes the play over to Perlick for the second out, and Steven is retired.
Good play by Burlick. That was hit hard, and it was low. He had to get down to get it.
And it'll be Brian Bunner
The first baseman, number 4, Brian Bunner.
trying to keep the inning alive for the Bruins. His first pitch he sees, he fouls right back.
Good guy.
And Bunner fouls that one off again. Now Shirk, for the 3rd straight batter, ahead 0-2.
Sure, the Chargers would like to get him out. Now their second 1-2-3 inning out of the 4 innings. Sure saves on the pitcher.
I think a nice pitch in there, just couldn't quite find the spot. Brings it to 1-2. Now 2-2 to Bunner. If Bunner's able to reach, it'll be the pitcher Marcus Bell stepping in. And that one's in there.
Ooh, that's a close pitch.
Another good spot for Shirk. Runs the count to full, though. See what he comes back with here on the full count. Bunner slices it down just out of the reach of the first baseman, Perlick, but it runs foul. Bunner pops it straight up, and it's out of play. I don't think Jones saw it, even if it would have stayed in play, as he quickly turned and looked up, threw that glove up there, and it was out of play. That one hit on the ground, right back to Shirk once again. And the Chargers have their second 1-2-3 inning and find themselves back in the dugout. So Shirk settled down a little bit as he retires the first 3 he sees in this inning. And the Chargers still have the 2-1 lead.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the centering feed to Luke Gibson. Shot scores!
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back here to Carroll High School as take a look at the scoreboard, and 3 straight 0 innings for the Chargers is some good pitching from Jake Shirk, couple 1-2-3 innings, and some good defense behind the plate from Hayden Jones. Got them out of that one. Got them out of the third, I should say. And Bell will take back on the mound for the Bruins and try to attack this Charger lineup. As I believe the 4-hole hitter Nathan Fish will be first up to bat. It'll be Fish, the pitcher Shirk, and then the DH Fretz. The 1-2-3 for the Chargers. As now some action in the Charger bullpen.
The Chargers have had 21 batters up in the first 4 innings, so they haven't had a 1-2-3 inning yet. Hopefully you don't put the curse on them after saying that. But
we've been known to do that this weekend.
4, 5, and 6, so yeah.
That's Ginder looking like he's getting loose as Fish lays down a bunt. Tough play for the third baseman, going to have to barehand it. And Fish reaches on the infield single. Nice bunt attempt, great location. Just tough play for Kleinitz at third base to make. And good job over there at first by Bunner to come off and grab the ball to keep Fish at first. So now the pitcher, Jake Shirk, steps up. Fish with some speed.
Good way to come back after Cade struck out the last time up there. So now he's on base with some guys that have been also on base after him.
Fish is 11 for 11 on the season in stolen base attempts and steals a Shirk, drives it down, and that'll drop for a single and sends Fish to second base. So now the Chargers first and second, nobody out. And the DH, Micah Fretz, who had an RBI double last time up.
2 pitches, 2 base runners. That's about the best you can start.
Coach Brumball is going to head out to the mound and talk to Bell. We could see a change here. It was Hayden Hetch, who was warming up in the bullpen just an inning to go. I think we're going to see a change here. Maybe not. Brumball's just going to talk to him.
Ginder's talking to him, too. I think he may be explaining what he's going to do here.
See what the Chargers may put on the bases as Fretz is up to the plate, and they gave the courtesy runner to Shirk, so it's Starkey once again who ran for him last time Shirk reached at first. So speed at first and second. And Fretz, who's had a pretty good day at the plate, is up once again.
I think he had 3 hits in the other game.
Had a homer as well.
Yes.
Come on, Micah.
So that means he'll probably bunt then.
Yeah. We saw that a couple times as trying to bring the infield in. Lays down the bunt, but it's outside 1-0. We saw that a couple times Friday night from the Chargers as they'd go long or get some pretty good contact on it and then come right back to the next batter and lay a bunt down. Just trying to move the base runners over.
I think on that pitch he wanted to see what the infield was going to do if he squared.
Bit of a strategy move there for head coach Ginder. Check at second. Nobody's there. Sends it to the outfield.
Yeah, he went down head first and slid in, so on the overthrow he did not know where the ball went.
Fish probably could have ended up on third there, but
he didn't know where the ball was till the center fielder picked it up and had it in his hand. It was too late to take off running at that point.
Pushed pretty deep in the outfield, but probably not quite deep enough to make it a safe play to third. Fret's ahead 2-0 still. And he swings at that one, fouls it back 2-1.
Come on, D, let's be ready.
I believe that was Ginder down in the bullpen. Fretz calls time. The pitch is sent anyway. So we've got a little bit of a breeze coming into the press box here, coming off the field.
Very little.
And that one's in for a strike. 2-2. Now Foot will come up to talk to Bell. See how they want to attack Fretz here. Speed on the bases for the Chargers.
Come on, 3.
Bell could get a big out here at the plate. He sends that one in for a call, strike 3. And Bell gives himself his first out of the inning. It's a big out, especially with the runners on first and second.
Big out, big out.
Now Bryce Ginder steps up as you get pushed closer and closer to the bottom of that Charger lineup, who's actually been pretty productive today.
He's put the ball in play both times.
That was on the ground. Nice steal attempt.
Stole second and third on that pitch.
So both the runners move up a base. I think it was a called steal anyway.
Yeah, they left before the ball got by the catcher, so that would be a steal for each of them.
So a nice double steal put in place by the Chargers, puts runners both in scoring position now for Bryce Ginder. And the infield steps in.
All right, looking back, go 1. Come on.
If you're Ginder, just get something you can drive in the outfield. Probably score Fish in a number of ways, as that one's up.
Well, he's put it in play both times, and if the infield in, that's what you want right now. So somebody put it in play.
Come on, Bryce.
A lot of room to work there back in the back of the infield. That one in for a strike. 2-2. 2-1, excuse me. Bruins in looking for the double play ball. Ginder sends it to third. Checks the runner at third. Now Fish comes home. Going to be a play at the plate. And he's in. As Foot couldn't hold on to it, but Fish had some speed and able to get down for the run. So even though the ball was hit to third, Fish is sent as soon as the throw goes to first. And Starkey advances to third, so with Lincoln Lance up to bat and 2 outs, the Chargers still have a chance to score some runs.
I think they had Fish with a good throw, but the throw was in the dirt to the catcher, so.
Come on, Stick.
RBI.
Be wary of a passed ball here as Starkey can run. Instead, Lance shoots it up the middle. Schreiber fields it, throws it to first, gets the out. So with 2 on and no outs, just the 1 run scoring, the Bruins able to minimize the damage and now just trail by 2 as we'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning and they'll take their at-bats.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home or when you're on the go. the same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne Hockey.
McClung with the dink.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.
We welcome you back here on SummitCitySports.com. Balin Heights set in here with Larry Windmiller as we're getting ready for the bottom of the 5th inning as the Chargers widen that lead just by 1, so they doubled it up 3-1 now. But as we get closer and closer to that 7th frame, runs are going to get more important.
Northrop is the pitcher, number 7, Marcus Bell.
8-9-1 set here for the Bruins. Bell at the plate, the pitcher. As Shirk still on the mound for the Chargers. And he delivers a first pitch swinging strike.
You go back to the old days before pitch count, and Shirk has only faced 16 hitters in the 4 innings, which would be good.
And Bell sends it straight up for the catcher. Hayden Jones calls it off, able to track it down and grab it. So 2 pitches and an out for Jake Shirk. Coach Ginder would take that efficiency any day of the week.
Now batting is the second baseman, number 32, Manuel.
He had a good inning last inning, even with a strikeout. He didn't throw too many pitches in the 4th inning.
And it's Manuel Lopez, the 9th hitter. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. Chargers now up to 5 hits to the Northrop Bruins 3. Shirk delivers for a called strike. Ahead 0-2. Last inning, Shirk worked ahead a lot of the times, and it's continuing here. Already ahead 0-2. And Lopez swings right through it for a strikeout. Shirk has really started to settle in here. Now 2 down in the inning. And the leadoff hitter, Jack Hayden, who had a double in the 1st inning, will step in and try to lengthen the inning for the Bruins. We got a stop and play. Hayden calls time.
Yep, the batter called timeout.
Trying to work Shirk off that rhythm as he's retired the first 2 rather quick. And Shirk gets back in the strike column, 1-1. And that one's up and out, 2-1 now to Hayden. Now in for a strike. Hayden almost stepped back a little bit. Didn't want to offer. Still a called strike, 2-2.
Shirk's mannerisms on the mound are a lot different this inning than they were in that 1st inning. He's a lot more confident out there now.
Definitely see the poise and the control. As strike 3 sets down Hayden. Not happy about that one. And gets the Chargers back in the dugout quickly. As we'll head to the top of the 6th inning where Carroll still leads Northrop 3-1.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And a centering feed to Luke Knipster shot scores!
The rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back here to Carroll High School, where the Chargers lead 3-1. But we'd like to remind you here on SummitCitySports.com that the Big Eyed Fish supports Fort Wayne area athletics and has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Originally located at the historic 1502 North Wells Street. You can also visit their express locations at 3001 Hillgas Road and their express north location at 10380 Leo Road. Big Eyed Fish is a 4.3-star ranking out of 5 with over 215 Google reviews. Find us at the original BigEyedFish.com and the BigEyedFishExpress.com. And like our Facebook pages for updated promotions. Enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish.
Is the left fielder, number 4, Austin Kressel.
It'll be Austin Kressel leading things off for the Chargers. It'll be Kressel, Ginder, and Jones. As the lineup will roll over. I'd like to also remind everybody that we'll have at 6 p.m. the Huntington North regional, or sectional, excuse me. That one's fouled out. Watch out in the bleachers. That one will will be between the Homestead Spartans, who were defeated by Huntington last year in the sectional, so they'd like to reclaim that sectional title, and the newcomer, the upset story of the weekend, the Southside Archers. And they defeated Huntington North, and that's a called strike. 0-2 now for Bell on the mound. Action down in the bullpen for the Chargers. And that's a called strike 3. Bell works a much-needed 3-pitch strikeout. And now with 1 out, the Charger lineup will reset.
Now batting is the shortstop, number 2, Langston Ginder.
Ginder hits a hard hit ball through the infield. Just gets out of the reach of Schreiber. And he's on with a 1-out single. Now the Chargers have Jones and Perlick behind him, bearing a double play. Bell sets in, delivers a first pitch ball. Jones been relatively quiet today.
1, 2, 4.
Bell has done a good job at limiting him. He is one of the Chargers' runs. They're one of their 3 runs. He scored on the Perlick single.
Yeah, he started it off with a double in the first inning, but with this heat, the ball carries pretty good, so I don't think they want him hitting fly balls to the outfield right now.
Definitely not. It's in the back of Marcus Bell's mind on the mound, as Jones is ahead 2-0 in the count. And sends that one back towards us in the press box. It's going to be a tough play right in front of us, and nice job by Braden Kleinitz from range over to third base to retire Jones in foul territory and get the second out of the inning. Kleinitz really had to come over right in front of us, grab that, and watch for the fence.
Very good catch. Very good catch.
As Riley Perlick sets in now.
If you notice from the shadows, he was pretty close to looking up at that sun, too. You see where the shadow is from him.
So, some good defense. Pushes it to 2 outs. And Perlick swings the first pitch he sees right to Schreiber. Nice play. Had to get a little bit of airtime to go up and get that one. Did Gavin Schreiber. But some quick outs for the Bruins to put them back in the dugout and get them swinging again as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home. Or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. live-streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hits, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
The
hockey.
Plum with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freebie with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back in here to Carroll High School for the bottom of the 6th inning. As the Chargers lead the Bruins 3-1, and if you're the Bruins, you'd really like to get some runs now rather than that 7th inning. Because more than likely, if the score stands, you'd be seeing Hayden Jones on the mound. The Chargers like to bring him in as a closer.
Northrop just sent a left-hander down to the bullpen. I didn't catch his number on the way down.
I believe that was number 10.
Findence leads off the inning with a base hit straight over second base.
So a good start for the Bruins if they're going to try to get back into this one. Down just 3-1. Put a little pressure on Shirk after 2 straight 1-2-3 innings. And the shortstop, Gavin Schreiber, steps in. And Shirk delivers, swinging strike for Schreiber. You definitely feel like if you're the Bruins, this is the inning to go out and get it. And that leadoff single by Kleinens will start that up. A good pitch from Shirk. 1-1. Shirk checks on Kleinens at first and delivers into the dirt. Jones able to block it. Now 2-1. Shirk comes to the plate. Low 3-1. Schreiber could be looking for something to hit here.
I wouldn't expect anybody to try to steal with a slide step to home and a good catcher behind the plate.
No movement. Called strike. Low. Brings it to full. So Shirk with a chance to go back and get Schreiber here. Hit on the ground, double play ball if the Chargers can play it. Lane to Ginder, and they'll get the lead runner at first for the first out of the inning, but Schreiber able to reach, so eliminates the double play.
It just was not hit hard enough for double play.
So the Chargers get an out, but the same situation stands. Runner on first, and Gavin Shanley steps up. This is where the strike him out, throw him out. Double play was in play that got Shirk out of a big inning earlier. This is part of the order that it happened in.
Well, you're down 2 runs and you got your cleanup hitter at the bat with 1 man on base.
Situation head coach Brumbaugh would like, for sure. First pitch, kind of a lazy ball to Perlick. Perlick came in and called Shirk off. And that retires Shanley, now 2 outs in the inning.
Caught that one on the end of the bat. It didn't go anywhere.
It'll be Jackson Foote stepping in, the catcher. So a leadoff single turns into 2 outs. And really calm down the inning for the Bruins. That one's low. 1-0 starts out Foote. Foote has 2 strikeouts through both his at-bats. 3 strikeouts. And that one's slapped to Ginder. Gets it to Lane at second base, and the Chargers get out of the inning after giving up the leadoff single. And they'll head for, if things stand, their last at bat in the top of the 7th inning when we return here to Carroll High School on SummitCitySports.com.
Brooks steals it, tips it away to himself. He'll go to the hoop and slam it down.
They attack, they get a great shot.
Here he comes. And Lucas Carroll.
Shot hits the post. And the center needs to be the Luke Gibson shot scores.
Rush comes. Oh, almost picked off by Ethan Hoover.
And the takedown.
Welcome back here on SummitCitySports.com as it's still Marcus Bell on the mound, even though there was some action down in the Northrop bullpen as he gets ready to set up for this top of the 7th inning. And as we pan down to the Charger bullpen, the walk starts for the catcher Hayden Jones. Head coach Ginder likes to bring him in closing situations. Jones can really light it up on the radar gun and throw in those high numbers. I'd imagine we'd see the same situation here hold unless the Chargers were to have a big inning, as they were getting ready to bring in Jones against the Panthers on Friday night, but scored, I think, 4 in the 9th or the 7th frame, and they let Perlick finish it out.
I'm sure they'd be just as happy if he doesn't have to throw today either.
I'm sure that's in the back of Coach Ginder's mind, but the way things are situated at 3-1, Jones is down there warming up, and Fish, the 4-hitter, leads off things here in the top of the 7th inning.
Pitchers have done well. There not really has been, but maybe one ball hit deep in the outfield.
As that one's popped straight back. Tough play for Foote, out of play. Yeah, we talked about how the ball might fly a little bit with the heat today, but so far the
pitchers have kept it on the ground most of the time.
Yeah. Besides a few hits just in front of the outfield. Not a lot over their heads except the gapper from Fretz. Fish swings through that. Now he's behind 0-2 to Bell. As we had a quick kick up of the breeze there. And that one's in there for a called third strike. Fish knew it as he walks back to the dugout. 3-pitch strikeout for Bell. And already 1 out in the inning. Chargers looking for insurance runs here, and the Bruins looking to get a quick 0 on the board and head back to the dugout for the bottom half of the inning. And Shirk swings through that and the ground. 0-1. That one's low in the dirt. Evens things up, 1-1. Shirk gets it on the ground. Second baseman Lopez, he fields it and gets it to Bunner at first, out number 2. Just 10 hits apiece, 6 for the Chargers and 4 for the Bruins.
It has looked like a championship game since that first inning. Both teams struggled a little bit in the first inning, mostly with fielding.
Some of the pregame, I should say, just the championship jitters. Some of these players haven't been in these situations before. And that's bound to happen, although both teams filled with seniors who have been in these sectional type situations. As the first pitch strike goes to Bell. And it's the DH Micah Fretz in the box for the Chargers. Pretty solid day for Fretz so far. As he's way out in front of that one. And in the dirt, 0-2. Big momentum boost for the Bruins if Bell can get out of the inning 1-2-3 quick here. as that one's in the dirt, low. And Fretz thought about offering, but low in the dirt, 2-2. That one's low. Runs the count to full. Northrop faithful. Thought it might have been close enough to ring Fretz up there. Home plate umpire must not have heard him.
I don't think I'd have taken that pitch. I think I'd have put it in play. I left that up to the umpire. It was pretty close.
Fretz fouls that off. Full count. I think Friday night in the first game between the Carroll and Snyder, we had a lot of called third strikes early on. And that's a situation you don't like, especially when they were higher counts, full counts there, 2-2. As Fretz just gets out in front and slaps it to the first baseman, who hands it off to Bell, and a 1-2-3 inning for Marcus Bell, giving his team any chance they can get as he limits Carroll through 7 to 3 runs and just the 6 hits, but the infield behind him gave him some trouble. As we'll head to the bottom of the 7th, potentially the final frame and the last chance for the Bruins to tie things up or take the lead here on SummitCitySports.com.
Friday Night Lights. Fort Wayne football from the comfort of your own home, or when you're on the go. The same night the pigskin touches the end zone or is stopped dead in its tracks. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 website. SummitCitySports.com. Live streamed high school games, score updates, and news hub for all Fort Wayne athletics. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
There's Ryan looking to center into the slot to Esther, but broken up by Scott. He shoots, hit, scores!
Now the sticks are up. And now this is bad news. Everyone going at it down here in the corner.
Fort Wayne
Hockey with the deke.
6 teams.
Bone cutter to Ryan Freeby with the shot from the point. He scores!
Live stream games new this season. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and SummitCitySports.com.
Welcome back here as we're set for the potentially final frame. As Danny Stevens steps in, first pitch swinging. Second base to the first baseman, Perlick, and the Chargers have their first out of the 7th frame. So it'll be, as you saw, Stevens, H, and
Stevens, Bunner, Bell.
Bunner, Bell, yep. Or Hetch, excuse me, not Stevens was in for DH. So Bunner and Bell, yep.
Come on, Carroll, play D.
As that one's low, ball 1. So head coach Ginder elected to keep Jones in behind the plate and leave Shirk go as just the 1 run given up. He's looked good most part of this game. In for a strike. Still some good velocity there from Shirk.
It's been a well-pitched game by both pitchers.
We're talking about it, only probably about 1, maybe 2 of those runs will go earned to Bell. Another called strike in there, 1-2 on Bunner. As they'll say it hit him.
Hit him.
Just inside. As Bunner trots down to first, and the Bruins will take it any way they can get it. It's a base runner.
There's their bloop. Now they need to blast.
Yep. As the courtesy runner, Taryn White will step up there on first. We saw him run Friday night against DeKalb. Pretty slick around the bases. Now Bell and Lopez set in. Bell and then Lopez barring a double play in the field. There's a called strike. and to Shirk. I doubt they would pay much attention to White at first base, other than just to keep him there. You could see a potential steal situation.
Now they got to get 2 runs. They don't need 1, so they won't be moving him, especially against Jones.
As Bell fouls it off 0-2. Swings right through it. Strikeout for Jake Shirk. And the Chargers now have 2 down in the inning. Tying run still at the plate for the Bruins, as it's Manuel Lopez setting in, the 9-hole hitter. Really like to get the top of the order around, especially Hayden, who has one of the 4 hits for the Bruins today. As Lopez struck out his last at-bat. At first pitch he sees, he fouls back.
Good job, Jake.
So now with 2 outs, it's up to Lopez.
Any way to get on.
As pretty hard hit ball to second base. To the second base, or shortstop to second baseman, Noah Lane. And that will do it. The Carroll Chargers are your 2018 Sectional 5 4A champions. It was a low-scoring game and a great game played by both teams. But that's got to feel good for this group of seniors from Carroll who, through their 4 years, have not won any postseason championships. I believe they're one of the only classes to do that in some time for the Carroll, so definitely a big moment for them. And as I mentioned, great game, great played game by both teams. We'll come back. We'll keep it here for championship presentation, actually.
Be interesting to see how far Carroll can go in the tournament.
Yep.
So
they'll meet the winner of the Homestead and Southside sectional championship. That'll be here on Summit City Sports later today at 6. As both teams will shake hands. A well-played tournament by both. And if I had a player of the game, I'd say it'd be Jake Shirk on the mound for the Chargers. Good performance from him. Kept the pitch count low. Had a couple 1, 2, 3 innings.
he only faced 27 batters in his 7 innings, so.
Northrop, if I could please have some representatives meet Athletic Director Dan Ginder.
The difference was Carroll put the ball in play more often than Northrop did, and some things happened when you put it in play.
6 hits to those 4 to the Bruins. Also, you talk about putting the ball in play, leads to those errors early in the first inning, which gave the first run to the Chargers. As we'll take it down to the PA where the Chargers are going to get announced as the Sectional 5 4A champion.
IHSAA Sectional number 5 championship trophy to the Carroll Chargers. If you could please send somebody up from the Charger team to meet Dan Ginder. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, your 2018 Sectional champion Carroll Chargers. With today's victory, Carroll will be playing next Saturday, or this coming Saturday, in the Lafayette Regional. It's Saturday, June 2nd. They will be playing the second game in Lafayette versus the winner of the Huntington North Sectional, which will be played this evening between Homestead and Southside. So once again, this Saturday in Lafayette versus the winner of the Huntington North Sectional. They will play the second game out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for attending all of these sectional games. We hope that on the way home, as always, you will please drive carefully.
So there you have it. The Carroll Chargers are the Carroll sectional winner, as it was a great weekend for all of us. We were here Friday night, and obviously today, Monday, great, well-played game by the Bruins. They had to go the long way to get here. They had to play 3 games. Carroll only had to play Friday night. So big moment for the Chargers. As we talked about earlier, they'll play the winner of tonight's game, which will be live here on SummitCitySports.com between the Homestead Spartans and the Southside Archers. That'll be played at Huntington University. Great facility there, and we'll have that thing live. As for us in the booth, it's been a good weekend for me, Larry. It's been fun having you up here.
Good weekend for me.
If
you're not doing anything next weekend, get out and watch a regional high school baseball game somewhere.
The Chargers will be at Lafayette Jefferson for that. For their sectional, I think Kokomo's in there, or projected to be in there.
Yes.
Kokomo is a really good team the Chargers could face, and either obviously Homestead or Southside. So that'll do it from Carroll High School for us in the booth. I've been Balin Height. This has been Larry Windmiller. Appreciate you joining us all weekend long or just today. Have a great Memorial Day Monday wherever you're at.
Have a nice day at work tomorrow.
If you're an athlete, you never know when an injury might happen. That's why Parkview Sports Medicine has made the new Ortho Express Clinic. Located inside of the Sport One Parkview Fieldhouse, the Ortho Express Clinic has everything that an athlete would need, from physicians to athletic rehab and sports performance. Parkview Sports Medicine, game on.
Get mad about blue. Get mad about your Fort Wayne Mad Ants. When looking for the best basketball action in town, it's the Go to FortWayneMadAnts.com for the complete game schedule. See your Fort Wayne Mad Ant in action. Get mad.